Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Another checkered flag for the books. Time to celebrate with Chumba. Jump in at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
He's an old head.
Youngins are really starting to get on my damn nerves.
He's a purveyor of nonsense.
Your fault.
He's a Georgia high school coaching job influencer. His favorite Bible verse is, Jesus wept. He's the man of constant sorrow, Chris Lamb.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 7 of Sun Coaches Podcast. It's tea time. It's been a while since we've gone back over the jobs that are open in Georgia, so I decided it was time to revisit that topic. There have been lots of jobs filled. We've had lots of things happen with the conclusion of the Georgia high school football season, state champions crowned. We had conclusion of the college football playoffs and the bowl games and everything else. And some people have been asking a lot of things about jobs, what's going on in that realm, things going on there. So I'm going to start off just going over the jobs that have been filled so far first, and then we'll talk about jobs that have come open since the last time we talked. Midtown hired Leroy Hood from Salem. Cherokee hired Adam Holly, the OC at Calhoun. Tattnall County hired Pat Collins from Trutland. Pickens County hired Craig Bennett from Cambridge. Coosa hired Jeff Cannon from Brantley County. Union Grove promoted Greg Harris from on staff. Greenbrier hired Sean Tiernan, the OC from Thompson. Kings Ridge hired Zach Slaney, Holy Innocents quarterback OC. Trutland County hired Adam Sherling, Cedartown's OC. Wheeler County hired Thomas Smith from Dodge County. Baldwin hired Kevin Patterson, the Jones County strength and conditioning and wide receivers coach. Charlton hired Demario Jones from Godby High School in Florida. Salem hired Michael Johnson from Greene County, their OC there. Dodge County hired Philip Brown, the Valdosta strength and conditioning coach. East Lawrence hired Jesse Hicks from Baldwin. We knew he wouldn't be unemployed long. East Forsyth hired Dustin Cannon, promoted him from on staff. He was the DC there. Miller County has hired Tom Causey from Ola. And so far, those are the jobs that have been filled that I'm aware of. Nope, wrong. Mount Pisgah hired Elijah Martinez on staff, promoted him. Stratford Academy hired Paul Carroll from Howard as he retired. And that, I'm sure there's some that I didn't have on my list, or one or two that I have missed. But those are the ones that I'm aware of, and those are the hires. I left off last time with Lithonia when we talked about jobs that were open last time. And since then, here are the jobs that have come open. Paulding County, it was a buyer beware situation. It was a mess. I said that Scott Hamilton, Van Spence, Umbra, and Sumo apparently forgot how to coach. So good luck with that. There's a front runner there, and if things are to be believed, if the hot word on the street, if the hotness is to be believed, if who I think is going to get the job gets the job, he can get that turned around quick and in a hurry. And if he can't, then it might be unsalvageable. Stone Mountain is open. May the force be with you. Harrison is open. That used to be a really good job. It's a really, really good school. They have really cool colors and a mascot. That's about all I got on that. GMC Prep is open again. It is a different place. They wear uniforms. They have drill. It is a unique place. Haralson County, one of my all-time favorite dudes, is going back to Alabama. He and the legendary Frank Bohan have won here. That's it, like, period. Nobody else has really won there. They used to have this really cool golf course there called the Lion. I don't think it's open anymore, but Haralson County is the county school to Bremen City School. And so it's right there. Cedartown's right above you. Darlington's right above that. So you're right there in that mix, and you're right there on the Alabama line. Haven't heard a whole lot out of this. Don't know how much interest there's been there. I'm sure just like every other job in Georgia, they've had plenty of people apply for it, but I hadn't heard a whole lot out of it. Turner County, I worked there about 20 years ago. It's the fire ant capital of the world, and they generally have a lot of fire ants. Mays, they've been good in the past. Money School, they got players. They've been good in the past. APS School. Montgomery County, they had a run of really good track athletes and got them on the football field. Now I don't know that they have that. Good luck. Good thing there is the superintendent is an old football coach, and I think he gets it. Josie, T.W. Josie, more famous for the Sonic Boom of the South. That's their band. John Starr won a state championship there. It's in Augusta, Richmond County, and it's not Laney. That's all you need to know. It's no bueno, bad, horrid. Yeah, so good luck. Howard, now that Coach Carroll has retired and he's going to Stratford, it's a Bibb County school. Bibb County pays for the rings. You're following a great one. He was one of the last of the hard. Good luck following him. Be interesting to see what direction they go there with that. Cambridge, it's North Fulton. So them kids probably make more an allowance than you will in football supplement. They got smart kids too. Don't know where you'll live, but unless your bride has a really good job, it won't be in the district. Unless, like I said, you married really well. You won't live where the school's at. You're going to have to live somewhere else and drive in. Big money up there. Ola, Henry County School, where they viewed not getting housed by Warner Robins as a win. Making the playoffs and possibly winning one playoff game is probably the ceiling. I think Coach Causey did about all he could do there, which is the reason he ain't still there. Brantley County, if you want to know about Brantley County, just listen to my Kevin W. Stevenson podcast episode and his stories about this place. It ain't bad. It's just different. It's just a different, unique place down there by the swamp, and it's a different kind of place. They're the Blue Herons, very unique mascot. Good folks down there. It's just a different place. Woodland Cartersville is surrounded by Calhoun, Cartersville, Cedartown, Rockmart, Rome, all them other Rome, Floyd County schools. I think you get the picture. Macon County, one of my good friends, he retired. He didn't retire because he wanted to. You can read into that how you want to. Another one of those administrative decisions of didn't like the direction that the program was going in. I guess going 10-3 was not exactly what they enjoyed doing. Losing 3 games to the Final Four there, having won a state championship there in 2016, perennial powerhouse, put them on the map, won a lot. But no, we want to go in a hot different direction. So Dexter's decided to retire, had his years in. They're going to split the AD and the head coaching job there, so you're just going to get whatever the supplement is to be the head coach. So know that they do have players, but you're going to have to deal with a bunch of other nonsense going in there. So that's what's open so far. Everybody's still kind of waiting on that big one to pop, that big, what are we waiting on? What's going to be the one to jump off that puts this thing over the edge, that sets the carousel rolling and makes some of these other jobs come open that everybody's kind of waiting on. That everybody, usually every year, there's that one job that causes the rest of them to spin. And I think we all need to pay attention to what's been going on above us at the college ranks when the greatest to ever do it retired, and he was replaced in 2 days. You ain't him. And there's a lot of things to look into with that. It's, how do you value yourself, your job, how much time and effort you put into this? And they replaced the greatest to ever do it in 2 days. You don't think they can replace you? They'll replace everybody, every one of us. I told you, every one of these jobs is going to be filled by somebody, regardless of how good or bad of a situation you think it is. So that's one aspect of it. So they replace him. Washington, who just played for a national championship, they replaced him within 24 hours. I mean, all these guys get replaced. Now, what tickles me is we got all these jobs open, and we can't seem to figure out how to fill them. Some of these jobs have been open for over a month, and we still hadn't gotten them filled. I know they're interviewing. I know they got people talking to them. I know they've had people go in there, and some of these backroom deals they've already been trying to work. How many times some of these jobs have been turned down? There's all kind of stuff going on. Tift County is starting the process allegedly this week. Banks County got no idea what's going on there. Riverwood, no clue. Fayette County, no clue. You would think all of these places would already be going on. I've heard, some of these jobs, they brought in people, they did the interviews, they interviewed the 10 people that came in. None of the 10 people they interviewed did well, so they just decided, well, you know what, we'll just go on staff. I know of another job that the principal and the committee decided that they wanted this guy. They took it to the superintendent, and the superintendent said, no, we're not hiring that guy. We're going to hire who I want. Well, he should have done that in the first place. Well, the good news is that, that's going to be his hire, and if that's what he decided, then good. He should have done that in the first place. Didn't need a committee. Didn't need to waste anybody's time. But we're not doing things like that anymore these days. Some of these people move quick. Some of them didn't. Lafayette, don't know what they're doing. Arabia Mountain, no idea what they're doing. Pike County, they should be in the process, middle of the process. That one should go pretty smoothly. Columbus, I would imagine they're going to promote from within. I would be shocked if they didn't. Probably should there anyway. Lithonia and Stone Mountain, no idea. Who knows? Paulding County set up interviews and then changed principals. The new principal has nothing to do with what's going on with whoever they're going to hire. So that's a unique situation. Like I said, with Harrelson, don't know, hadn't heard. I know some guys that have thrown their names in the hat, but don't really know who's really in the running for that. Harrison, no clue. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. The Hoyas, that's about all I know about it. What I said there. Turner County, no clue. Mays, no idea. Montgomery County, no idea. A lot of these other ones people ask me about. I don't have any idea what they're doing. I don't know if they know what they're doing. And we've yet to have that one big job just pop off to make the rest of them, roll, used to, and it happens. It'll happen. It's still early. I mean, it's mid to late January. Usually things don't start happening until now, the February board meeting. And, I'm by no means saying these jobs are coming open, but, you need one like a Carrollton or, a big job like a Buford or something like that opens, and then it opens another big job because a big dog gets it, and then that trickle down effect and things kind of roll that way. Or it could be a year this year that there just aren't that many that come open. or there could just be another cycle. I mean, usually this is the early period now. This has generally historically been the early period of what, goes on with the job market. Every year it gets earlier and earlier, though, and we've had a big rush, before Christmas that we haven't had in the past. We haven't had 40 jobs come open before Christmas before. And, it seems to have done that this year, which is kind of odd. And that's very different. So what I'm excited about is clinic season is upon us, coming up soon. And I'm very, very excited about the prospect of getting to speak at the Nike Coach of the Year clinic in Orlando this year and in Washington, D.C. So February 9th through the 11th, we'll be down in Orlando. Some of the guys that are going to be speaking there, going to have Billy Napier from the University of Florida, Mike Norvell from Florida State, Coach Sarkisian from Texas, Mac Brown from North Carolina, Pat Narduzzi from Pitt, Kalani Sitake from BYU, Brennan Marion from UNLV, Toriano Morgan from Edward Waters, Ryan O'Hara from the University of Florida, Jason Candle from Toledo, Danny Frappel from Army. The whole USF football staff's going to be there. Matt DeBook from Cardinal Gibbons High School, Dave Dunn from Columbus High School in Florida, Luther Campbell from Miami Edison, Jamie Rogers from Bradford High School, Cornelius Ingram from Hawthorne High School, DJ Mayo from Highlands Community College, EJ Burt from the Orlando Predators, Evan Davis from Armwood High School, Jared Hickman from Florida High, Donald Celsar from Western Michigan, Tavares Johnson from Lake Wells High School, Jaquez Green from Manatee High School, Will Hewlett from St. Augustine High School, Zach Darlington from DeLand High School, and there will be several others added. Ryan Smith, the defensive coordinator from FAMU, will be speaking as well. Miss Ryan Dickerson will be working with me, hosting the podcast. We'll be in the hospitality suite. I will be running the hospitality suite. If you are speaking, you and your staff are welcome at all times to drop by the hospitality suite. We'll take care of you. That's where we're going to be setting up the podcast. If you have a funny story or you'd like to share, we're collecting those. We'd love to sit down and hear them, talk to you, and get them out to everybody. Episode 7 was supposed to be Dr. Ahmad Tinker. I sat down and had a great discussion with him on Friday. We talked for over an hour, dropped a lot of wisdom, talked about the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia, a lot of other things that we just talked about his career and all the things he's done with FRE recruiting, things like that. And due to the fact that I am an idiot and am technologically challenged, when I went back and looked at everything, not only did I have corrupted file, but it recorded me and didn't record him. So I got to get him back at another date so we can re-record that session. And it was incredibly embarrassing for me, but I'm a moron. So, there's that. Luckily, he's a friend of mine and he understands most of my shortcomings, and he knows I'm not real smart anyway. So he's going to come back and do that for me when it's convenient for him. I'm going to add some more guys. Got a lot of guys lined up for you, telling stories and just sharing their story. Anybody that's interested, I got 60 guys lined up again, trying to do 2 a week. And somebody pointed out that it's time for me to do another tea time. So that's all the tea I've got right now. It's been pretty slow. And so we're just going to leave it at that. And if you guys know of anything, hear of anything, or you need anything, let me know.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Victory Lane? Yeah, it's even better with Chumba by my side. Race to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Nearly home. Isn't home where we all want to be? Reba here for Realtor.com, the pros' #1 most trusted app. Finding a home is like dating. You're not just looking for a place to live, you're searching for the one. That's where Realtor.com comes in. Like any good matchmaker, they know exactly where to look. With over 500,000 new real listings straight from the pros every month, you could find your perfect match today. Ranch style with a pool, barn dominium with an in-law suite? Realtor.com's got them. Modern craftsman with a big yard and a treehouse out back? Realtor.com will have you saying, yep, that's the one. No more swiping. It's time to start finding. Download the Realtor.com app today, cause you're nearly home. Make it real with Realtor.com.
Pros #1 most trusted app based on August 2025 proprietary survey. Over 500,000 new listings every month based on average new for sale and rental listings, July 2024 to June 2025.